for staying with us. We will be diving into another conversation at this time. Local governments are the closest tier of government to the people and play a critical role in delivering essential services that directly affect the daily living, from primary health care to education, roads, sanitation, security, community development, and so much more. And we'll be discussing local government and service delivery to the grassroots. And joining us on the conversation this morning is the Executive Chairman, Ikeja Local Government, Honorable Akeem Olalikon Dauda. You're welcome, sir.
You did not add the comrade.
Oh, comrade. Oh. When I wanted to even say was AKA Accord. That's what I used to see on the poster. You're welcome to the conversation.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let's begin by understanding the role of local government in ensuring that development gets to the grassroots.
Well, thank you very much. By the Nigerian Constitution, the local government is classified as the third tier of government and is the closest to the people. And the same Constitution gives us authority to take care of the primary school, the health centers, under our purview, due to security, and thank God that our president and the National Assembly has signed into law the security, the primary assignment of our local government now also under security. So we are going to be, we are working on security as a local government, due to the health, education, and some other office that is assigned to our local to the local government. So we are doing a lot as a local government, especially in Lagos State, in area of getting closer to our people, and health education. We talk about education, and since we have assumed office, we thank God that we have done a lot to alleviate the suffering of our people. Okay. By getting closer to our people.
Okay, I'm glad you talked about since you assumed office. It's been over 100 days now. Yeah. What has been the most significant or been the most obvious ways that you have, gotten to the people and the people have also felt the impact?
Well, thank you very much. We assumed office in July 27. We classify as 100 working days in office, which consisted of 5 months. And since we assumed office, when we started our campaign, we had a stakeholders meeting, and we have our own cardinal point, which we call the 5-point agenda. We call it Ikeja agenda. Okay. And Mr. Governor has his own agenda.
Themes plus agenda.
Plus, then we have agenda by Mr. President. Okay, Mr. President. So we talk about infrastructural development. We talk about education. We talk about our knowledge base, environment. We talk about justice, social justice. They also talk about accountability. So under infrastructure development, we assume office, we look at the yearnings of our people, the critical roles that will help to ease commerce in various communities. So for us in 100 days, we commission 4 routes, and we take it across the wards. We have 6 wards in Keja. We did Ayemojuba, in Unleke Onipetes, in Anifoshe, we did Balogun Street. In Serikiaro, we did one of the critical roads, the Shano Streets. Then in Ward B, that's Allen, we did the Makide Close. And not stopping at that.
Close to us here.
Yeah. Then we came to Agidingbe Primary School here, very close to here. We renovated a 12 classroom of a story building. And not stopping at that, we also feel that we have people that we need to assist them in improving their business. So we empower 550 market women in the area of small and medium scales by giving them 250,000 naira and 100,000 naira so that can support their business. We're not even stopping at that. We also feel that we need to encourage our youth. So we also celebrate our one-day chairman in office. Through the spelling bee, the winner of the spelling bee, was given an award. Then he assumed office for 1 day. and he was under commission at Gidingbi primary school. And we have been doing a lot in the area of youth and students, because we felt that they are the leaders of tomorrow. So immediately we assumed office, we did an all-day job for 200 people, 200 students, so that at least we can keep them busy doing while they are in holidays. Then we also do GC form for them. So, and we also celebrate International, Youth Day. These are the things that we are doing to make sure that at least we keep our youth out of the streets.
Beautiful. So beautiful things that you have aligned what your administration is doing. But beyond the Ikeja, let's look at the local governments and the LCDs generally. I'm sure that in other local governments, if you ask the chairman, they also have things to say about what they have done in the last 100 days. But this is on the part of you as the government doing something. Now, on the part of the people, what are your expectations from them? What are the responsibilities of the people in ensuring that governance, they enjoy governance? Let me put it that way.
Yeah, thank you very much. We have been doing a lot of stakeholders engagement. And, like I said, when we want to assume office, we had a stakeholders meeting and we collate demands, the yearnings of each communities. And let me also add this, under health, we look at, presently we have 5 health centers, but in Ipodo, that's the Seriki-Aro, Isalawori, that ward is most populated ward. Unfortunately, they don't have a center. So, and the challenges we have in the past is because there is no land. So we have to purchase a land, very expensive, but we don't have choice in that community. Yeah, and to God be the glory. We offer another land in Alausa here, because the one they have is very small. So we have to, get another land. So we have bought 2 land in the last 100 days in office. So by next year we can start building. We want an health center that can be accessible to the lower cadre and the middle class, so that people don't just see it as it's a local government health center. We want a standard, by UNICEF, and we're going to build to that standard by God's grace. And going to other local governments, each local have their own peculiarities. What we need in Ikeja might not be what they need in Yanokwaja or Lagos Island. But thanks to the Mr. Governor, I mean doing a lot, to see that with the local government deliver to the people. I think just last week we have a joint presentation of vehicles to security apparatus in Lagos State. Because security is everybody's business.
It's everybody's business.
So through the local government and the state, I think we have a partnership, and ILOS will be delivering to some DPOs in various communities. So we have projects that cut across the local government, because we have a primary responsibility in the area of education and health.
My question again was, what are the expectations from the people to ensure that governance is seamless for you as well?
Thank you very much. Now, as a local government, under the Nigerian Constitution, we have right to collect what we call rates and tax from people. And the last engagement we had, we meet the market women, the stakeholders in Computer Village, to let them understand that if you pay your rates, we don't have choice than to do more. So if we can do this the last 100 days in office, if you have more money, we can do better and do more than that. So we have been engaging them to let them realize that we need to be confident in them to ensure that they pay their rate and tax.
I've heard you talk about yearnings of the people. What have been the most recurring yearning of the people in Ikeja local government, aside mundane coming to meet you for naming ceremony money and funeral money? What has been the most recurring yearnings of the people?
Thank you very much. One is security, security. Then the second one is we have challenges of drugs abuse, courtesan in our environment. At every security meeting, these are the issues that reoccur. And we have been having meeting with the security apparatus to see how they can assist us. Just 2 weeks ago, I think last week Monday, we held a world press conference in Ikeja local government with all the security apparatus, the military, the police, and what are we talking about? We're talking about the Christmas period. You know, there's banned, you know, on knockout. There's banned, you know, on their so-called carnival. You know, and you know, as a politician, we have to, you know, a little bent that if you are going to allow it at all, we are going to allow it at all. Your community leaders, the Bale or the Oba, the CDA, the association must agree with you before you can, you know, go ahead to do it. As a local government, we cannot shy away from, you know, encourage our youth to celebrate themselves during the Christmas period. But we want to minimize it so that each by street, you know, in fact, you find that in some streets we have 4 or 5 carnival on the streets.
They block the road.
They block the road, and you know, so to control that, we had a press conference. You know, we're also talking about courtism. You know, talking with security agencies. We are doing enlightenment in that regard, but we feel that this is our youth, this is our future, and we need to talk more on it to our people, and also say how we can, you know, channel their energy to other things.
Other things, okay. Yeah. Traffic has, you know, been a major challenge, especially during this Yuletide season in Ikeja access, and we know why. So what can be done, or what is being done, you know, to ensure that, you know, there could be a bit of ease of traffic, especially during this season?
Thank you very much.
And Computer Village area.
Yeah. Thank you for at least for pointing out. It's part of what we discussed at our last security meeting. We are trying to mobilize the police. The DPO of Area F, you know, has been very helpful. It's always on the road. We also have some volunteers too that are also on the road. You know, we have our challenges because Ikeja, there's no garage. So virtually all our roads are being occupied by yellow buses. By yellow buses, yeah. So we held a meeting with them. We let them realize why they have to, you know, be orderly. So we are working with sisters, with security organizations, and by God's grace, for as a long time going forward, we want to have our own traffic warder too, traffic officers in the local government. We call them Ikeja managers. So that we will train them, then put them on the road, so that at the odd hour they can also assist police to ease the traffic.
All right. So the issue of trust is one thing that, because oftentimes we've said it here that people have lost trust in the government, and so how important is accountability on the part of the government now to the people?
Yeah, thank you very much. On our own part as a local government, our last A in the Ikeja agenda is accountability. And what, you know, when during my campaign, I always, you know, used to joke that when you are frying granuts for a blind man, you have to be, you know, blowing whistle with your mouth, so that you know that, okay, this man is, you know, doing something, my bit, you know. And that's why when we assume office, we have been hammering on accountability. And that's why when we, you know, when we had our under this office last week, we came out with our own, you know, program to showcase what we have done in the last 1 week, 100 days in office. And why we do this is to let people know that this is what we have done. You have right to, you know, go through it. If we have not done it well, you can criticize us. And if what we have done, what we have published is not what we have done, you also have right to go, you know, on the public, on the media, to say, Chairman, you are lying. You didn't do this. We have been there. You know, that's part of the trust we're talking about. And because we are in democracy, there's no way we can shy away. One of the beauty of democracy is to talk about accountability. So we are accountable to the people, and people must also be accountable to us. You have duty to ask questions. Our office is open anytime. Is it open? Yes. Then my phone number, I have one phone number, and it's open to the public. You know, people must have that confidence in us to call us, to tell us what they want, how they want it. You know, and we gradually can build. For Lagos, I think with Mr. Governor, we are doing a lot, and I think people can boast that Lagosians have confidence in us.
Okay, just yesterday, Comrade Chairman, you presented a 13.92 billion naira budget tagged budget of Better Days 1.0. Okay. What does Better Days mean to the average Lagosian or Ikeja people?
Yeah. that is the slogan of our campaign.
Okay.
Because we believe that our people deserve better,
okay,
things, under this administration, under this democracy. And for me, because I was born in that community, I'm a member of that community, I grew up in that community. And, as a politician, I've served in the various capacities. As a ward chairman, youth leader in that community, I became the SLG for 8 years. Yeah, I was SLG for 8 years before I now, became the chairman. So I've seen, how governance work, and I've seen how politics also work. So for me, I have that capacity to marry the two together, and that's why I have that confidence to say better days are here.
Okay. Better days are here.
Okay. Yeah. Aside the office of the chairman of a local government, we also have councillors, and these councillors are representing wards
different communities,
the local government or LCDs. Now, what are the role of these councillors, and are the people really aware of what they should demand from them?
Yeah, thank you very much. The legislative arm of the local government, their job is to make law. It's the same thing, it's a replica of what we have in the State of Assembly,
House of Assembly,
the National Assembly, the Senate. So at our own level, at the local government level, they have their own office. They also autonomy on their own. They have their own autonomy on their own. What they do is to make law. Yesterday, we present our budget, to them, and the Constitution allows them to go back to their chamber, to go back and work on this budget and see what we have planned to do. They also have right to do oversight functions, so that by the time we start spending people's money, they have right to question us, through the budget. What we have asked for, what we have put in budget for 1 million naira cannot suddenly become 2 million naira. So their job, as people's representative, because they represent their community, and part of their job is to bring requests from their community to the executive, for us to implement. And if we don't implement it, they also have right to question us or call us to order. They have that power.
Okay.
Yes.
So out of all, do you have a question?
No.
So out of all the sectors now, which one will have the highest share? Which one will get priority?
Priority.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, the area of education is of concern. The environment.
Waste. That's waste. Also waste education, management. Okay.
Because this administration have passion for education a lot. Because of our background, because we have a lot of our youth on the streets, and feel that as a government we can do more by bringing them out of the streets to go back to school, because some of them are not aware that even when you drop out of school, there's a technical school that can harbor you, for 3 years so they can have SSC. Some of them are not also aware that as a local government we have an health center, we have a center where you can take vocational training, probably for as a cobbler, shoemaker, they will also give them certificates. So most of them are not aware. So at our level, we are trying to do an advocacy to see that these boys, if you go to Adelaide, you see all of them. And next year we have agreed that we are not going to tolerate street trading. We want them to go back to school or go and learn one trade or the other.
Okay, just before we go, which has been your most challenging the task since you got into office over 100 days ago?
Yeah, well,
even though you're homegrown,
yeah,
even though
the most challenging is the way we have to explain to our people,
because they must understand.
They need to understand.
Exactly. So it's always challenging when you say something today, people will come back and say the same thing, just like you have said. Yeah, what to be more, ọmọ yín padà sí school.
Ọmọ ẹ̀yin mélòó.
Àwọn ọmọ yín ọmọ aráṣọ ọdún.
Àsìkò ọdún la wà báyìí.
It's part of government.
It's part of the
part of governance.
So we continue to explain to them that we have limited resources. And just like when the students resume school, the back to school, the students in the parents in the private school came and said, what about our children? And we try to encourage our youth that got admission into school, by trying to support them. It is not bursary. We didn't give bursary, but for the people who have admission, and you can give us submit an admission letter to us. We try to encourage them, with something, with some token.
Joy, Josh, are you saying something? We need to go.
We need to go.
I just have a question.
Josh,
okay.
Make it quick.
Okay, a quick one. Ikeja is developed, right?
Yeah.
So what would you say will be the highlight of the vision you have for Ikeja people in terms of what will be the legacy you leave behind? Because you're no longer constructing roads, I believe.
They have.
We have
They are
a
still
lot of untarred roads.
Untarred roads, yes, which he has
So,
talked about.
I just constructed a bridge.
So what would you say will be
like
that major thing that you'll be remembered for at the end of your tenure?
Okay.
Yeah, my legacy after tenure, by God's grace, is how many youths I will be able to build, after my tenure in office, because I discovered that we have a lot of our youth, on the streets without vision or focus. So my legacy is to see how we can go back to Ikeja of those days, where people can walk freely, whether in the morning or in the night, so that Ikeja can be free of crime. The crime rate will be reduced. Then we have a lot of elites in Ikeja. We want to go back to those old days.
The good old days.
Yeah.
All right, it's a good place to end this conversation. We must thank you again, Comrade Akeem Olalekan Dauda, the Executive Chairman of Ikeja Local Government, for sharing insight on local government and service delivery to the grassroots. Thank you again for your time on the conversation.
Thank you very much.
The program continues shortly. Stay with us.